Welcome everyone to the Sunny Coast's very own podcast, the Referral Wave, riding the tide to success. My name's Tony Cross, and by day I've got a car brokering business called Drive Connect. But today we're doing the podcast, and I'm joined by the fabulous Leanne from Inspire Your Focus, which nearly everyone on the coast will know who Leanne is. Welcome along, Leanne.
Great, thanks for having me. Yeah.
Very good. And I know that your business Inspire Your Focus, but you also do a little bit of work for BNI, and you're up in the beautiful Hervey Bay with a new chapter heading off soon.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I've just travelled up here today to Avi and I are training them tomorrow for their first training. So they've just launched their first chapter with many more to come. So exciting times.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Well, let's talk about BNI in a different aspect, because as most people would know, that you do a bit of work for BNI, but you also have a very successful business of your own in coaching called Inspire Your Focus. So can you tell us a little bit about that, please?
All right, perfect. So with my business, it's actually like with the BNI journey, actually, it started out very different to what it is now. So I mean, I've been in BNI for 8 years now. And when I first joined, it was for parenting and things like that. So I actually joined as a coach, and I was coaching parents. And it was through running parenting workshops that it actually led into more of the leadership coaching and things like that. And it's just transformed over the years. And sort of where I've ended up is really working with highly ambitious driven women. And I really, really love that. So I'm working with the people that it really goes lovely with BNI, because they're wanting to chase their careers and expand their business and things like that. Yet, with all this focus being on their business, there's other areas of their life that are now suffering. So, maybe their health and fitness is being pushed to the side. And it's like, well, I'll come back to that when I make this money, or when I get this, done in my business. Self-care might be non-existent or not regular enough. Like intimate partners could have some chaos in that area, or family and friends aren't taken care of, and hobbies are probably non-existent. So it's all these other areas of their life, and that's where I come in. So it's finding that balance between it so that they can have that incredible life. And yes, BNI can really help them, succeed in that. But it's bringing the balance in with it as well, because to me, success is about having an incredible life. Yes, with money, but you've got to have your health. You've got to have your self-care and your amazing relationships going on. That to me is success. So, and through BNI is the platform to be able to spread the word for that.
Yeah, no, you've hit the nail right on the head there, because you're right. And we've talked about in the past, it's not all about making the almighty dollar. It's about making sure that the balance goes hand in hand and as well. So, so really good advice there. So let's just go back a little bit when talking about childcare and that. How did you get into BNI to start with? Like, what led you to join BNI?
Well, the funniest thing is I had never, ever heard of it. So it was actually me Googling meetup groups. And so I went along to some meetup group at the Budrum Tavern, actually, about 8 years ago. I had no idea, totally out of my comfort zone, because I am like the biggest introvert and so shy. And so I walk in the Budrum Tavern, and these people were actually really, really nice. And I remember Tammy was the visitor host coordinator, and it's just all these people just came up and just really nurtured me. And then I watched the meeting, and I was just blown away. I'm like, what is this? Like, this is crazy. So I took it all in, but the bit that actually got me was the president on that day at the end of the meeting. He had said, I'm just curious, who here hasn't had a referral for a couple of months? A couple of people put their hands up. He's like, everyone look around the room. He says, this is who we're targeting. We don't leave anybody behind. And that was it. That's my world. It's like, you don't leave anybody behind. That's incredible. I've just given myself goosebumps. That's what we do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why I joined. And then another part of that, so at that time, I didn't really have the money. So it was a big investment. And I thought, no, come on, you've got to really back yourself. You've got to do this. So I did. And you can always find the money for the things that you prioritize. So came up with that, started, continued going while they were processing my application. I made back 2 years of paying for my membership before my application was approved by 2 visitors passing through. So it wasn't even members. It was visitors passing through, and I'd paid for my membership twice. And I'm like, okay, this works.
So is that the group that become BNI CBD that you're in now?
No, I originally joined in Team Momentum.
Ah, right.
So I was a member of Team Momentum for years, and then I did get approached, by Frederick. And long story short, I was area director. So I started doing the area director role 5 years ago, and I know I was going overseas for like a month's time and things like that. And I sort of thought, well, if I'm area director, I'm getting around to a lot of different chapters, so I get to see a lot of people. I don't need to be a member anymore. Well, over the next couple of years of just doing the area director role, the referrals were drying up. And obviously another leadership coach had come into my past chapter, so that was being sort of taken care of. And it's like every chapter had their coach, so why would they need me? So it's like I have to join my own chapter again. So yeah, that's when I jumped into BNI CBD, because I had built it downstairs.
I actually knew the answer to that question before I asked you, because I just remembered you and I were having lunch and we were talking about the very thing, how you weren't in a chapter anymore. And my exact words to you were, if you don't join CBD by the end of the week, next time we have lunch, you're paying. And you joined.
There you go.
I remember now. So look at that. Answer my
Yeah, I sat on the fence for a while, and I'm like, I just didn't know, because then, I'm a member of one. I didn't want the community to think, well, it's just all about CBD, which I'm pretty sure the region now knows I'm not all about one. Like, that's my home, but I support the entire region and love it.
Yeah, no, we all know that's the case with you,
Yeah.
for sure.
No.
So how have you used BNI to enhance your networking and your journey in BNI, like with your own business? We know about them.
Oh, in so many ways, but it would have to be the public speaking skills, and the confidence would be the biggest bit. And just the knowledge too, actually, of learning about everybody else's industry and the world. Like, because sometimes you just don't actually know what goes on behind the scenes in so many different businesses. So the knowledge that you learn about everything, but it's the personal journey too, the growth that you actually in encounter, because it's people aren't signing up to that coach. It's like, oh, I want a coach, so they just Google it. They're signing up to who you're being.
Yeah.
And I think through BNI, I've found a better version of me by stepping out of my comfort zone and continuing to grow. So yeah, definitely. And I think jumping back in a chapter 2 has really improved that too, because I think you can hide behind area director and you're not doing as much public speaking. But when you're a member, it's every week. So
Yeah.
you're standing up and you're front of stage every week, which is, you've just got to put yourself in that position.
Yeah. Apart from your journey and your self-development in public speaking and those sort of things, which I know you've come a long way with, has there been any other situations where BNI has helped you within your business, with referrals or solving problems within your business, or any of those sort of things?
Oh, absolutely. Like, well, any product you need, and anything you need, you have members there that you can go to and ask about, like social media and web design and funnels and things like that. So I didn't know how to run a business. So I know how to coach, but I don't know how to run a business. So it's through joining a business network that you learn all these the other parts as well, that you don't actually have to pay for. You can just have a one-to-one and say, oh my God, what do you do in this situation? So yeah, that's great.
Yeah, no, and you see that a lot, don't you? Like within your own chapter, people just having one-to-ones and, hey, where did you go on this path, or who did you get to solve this for you? And it
Yeah,
becomes the ultimate. Well, it is. It's a referrals come
yeah,
from that, obviously, but geez, it makes life easier when you've got those people that you know, like, and trust in the room with you.
Oh, 100%. And what I find is it's not just sunny coast. So I connect with quite a few people around Australia, and it's because they're in BNI, they get recommended to me to have a one-to-one with them, and you jump on, and it's absolute gold what you can get and what you can give as well. I've jumped on a lot of those one-to-ones to help people in situations as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's totally giver's gain. But all the knowledge is available for you, which is great.
Yeah, no, that's good. All right, so it's success story time. What's one of your great success stories you can share with our listeners that's in BNI?
A great success story. BNI. Well, I had a parenting workshop going, and it was the parents within the workshop that were saying, "Oh, you know what? These four these models and things and everything we were going through would really be good in business." And they said, "Oh, could you come in and train?" And I said, "Well, oh, absolutely. Like, where do you work?" And it was UE Insurance. So I actually ended up, they were talking to UE Insurance, and then I went in and actually trained the operations managers within UE. So, and then it was a couple of weeks after that I got a phone call from the state manager, and he said, "Look, I heard about your workshops and things that you ran with the operations managers. Could I book you in to come in and train the state and international managers?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah." So that was probably definitely a highlight and things like that. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's fantastic. I have seen the picture of you out in front of you with everyone too, somewhere. I don't
Yeah,
know.
that's right. So I grabbed the photographer in our chapter, and I'm like, "Let's get these
Oh,
shots."
we need to be in front of the UE building.
Yeah, that's right.
Given your journey to date in BNI, what would be the one bit of advice that you would give to someone new to BNI or thinking about BNI that's listening to this podcast?
Sorry, can you hear that?
No, I didn't hear it. No.
Oh, the loudest motorbike. So what was the question? Sorry.
Given your journey to date, what bit
Yeah.
of advice would you give to anyone listening to this podcast regarding making the most out of their BNI journey?
Oh, making the most out of your BNI journey is it's really about building relationships. You have to do the building relationships, because I have had people in BNI come in. I see a lot being area director, and I've seen and heard people coming to me whinging about, I'm going to leave because I'm not getting enough out of my BNI. And they're holding a key category, like a category that just nails it. Like, you could get so much. And so my question to them is, well, how many one-to-ones are you actually having? And for those who don't know, one-to-one is meeting with a person outside of your, weekly meeting, and really getting to learn and understand their business and their interests and what lights them up. So building those relationships, it changes your business, hands down.
Yeah. No, you're right, because even if you look, I mean, we do it at our chapter, and I'm sure you do the same thing. You look at the graphs from the amount of one-to-ones the groups had, and then you follow the amount of referrals that the groups had, and the two coincide. If they go up, they both go up together. If they go down, they both go down together. And
Yeah.
I've seen slides from chapters all over the world. They all follow the same thing. So it is effort put in that. So you explain to people what you do. You've got your ultimate sales team there every Thursday or Wednesday, whatever day your chapter
Mm.
meeting is. You've got your
Ab-
ultimate sales team there, haven't you? So you've got to make use of them
Yeah.
to
And
really go and spread
yeah.
your message as well.
And in those one-to-ones, really get the information out of the person in front of you, like, well, who do you really need to be introduced to? And then get that member to educate you. Well, how would I have that conversation? Because they're the best person. So put your one-to-ones to very good use, and learn how to, ring who they need and connect these two. And you're putting in that much effort, it's giver's gain.
Yeah. Yeah, and you find out, I've never had a one-to-one with someone where I haven't found out more or something else that they do,
Mm.
in their business that I didn't sort of think that they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
always get that extra bit of information, and it's like, I've never talked to you about this, or you've never mentioned it in a 45 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know you
Yeah.
did this.
Yeah. It's crazy, eh?
Awesome.
Yeah. And it's amazing when people, you share an interest. It can be something as easy and obvious as golf or something, but how much the connection grows. Actually, I just saw a couple of our members playing golf this week and, for their one-to-one and going around. And it's just like, but this is goal,
Yeah.
that's what it's about, connecting with each other. And
Yeah, no, it's fantastic. I had, Paul in our chapter, commercial cleaner.
yeah.
I had a one-to-one with Paul, and I said to him, "What do you do with your carpet cleaning machines during the day?" He goes, "Well, nothing really. They just sit around." So now I've got him doing all of our cars, and I drop them off at his house, and they're on
Perfect.
rotation going through the house for our hire car business. And yeah, and it was only through having a one-to-one. So not only did I solve a problem that I was struggling to get solved, now
Yeah.
it generated more business, an extra income. And it was
Yeah.
having a one-to-one in that conversation.
Yeah.
That,
Absolutely.
I mean, he's not going to stand up during the day and do his 45 seconds that, oh, by the way, we commercial clean at night, so during the day I don't do anything.
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah. So anyway,
That's right. Oh man, all these success stories now are coming into my head. It's like, oh, I've got so many of them now.
well, maybe we have to do a podcast in the future
Sorry.
and call it BNI success stories, and we'll just hit
Yeah.
success stories all day long.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's so much more than that. I mean, for anyone tuning in, get the latest magazine article of the Matters magazine,
Mm.
and another success stories in there on a very personal level. BNI is just not just about the money.
Yeah, no, good idea. Now, while we're on that, put your BNI hat on for a couple of minutes and tell us about the Matters magazine. I've been in it myself and I completely forgot about it and what you guys have done on the Sunshine Coast with Matters.
Yeah,
Can you just tell
yeah,
everyone
no,
about that quickly?
it's really good with Matters. So, I mean, there's been a lot of success stories coming out of our BNI members putting articles and their stories into this magazine, but just how much Luke and Shari put in the effort to help the people within the magazine is incredible. But yeah, it's just really good to be a part of. So yeah, they're gifting BNI a couple of pages in every edition so that we can spread the word about BNI and our success stories. So what I'm needing from the Sunshine Coast is if you actually have an incredible BNI story, please reach out to me and let's get it in the next article. It is actually what I'm looking for in December. So reach out and put that in there. And yeah, Luke and Shari are really, really helping out. I know me personally, I've been putting my Inspire Your Focus in there. And the latest thing they do is really, really cool. So they've got a QR code on there and it just goes straight to a video that you want. So you click on my one and it goes straight to a video, which is all about my business. So it's just great to be, promoted there on the Sunshine Coast, and they're lovely people to connect with.
Yeah, I've dealt with Luke and Shari a bit, and they're two of the most passionate people for
Yeah.
local business on the Sunshine Coast
Yeah.
I've ever met.
Right.
Like,
Oh,
are unbelievable.
incredible.
No,
Yeah.
yeah, all credit to you working with them, and it's a good
Yeah.
exposure for BNI. So well done.
Yeah. And then
Yeah, sorry.
oh, just another thing with my BNI hat on
Yeah.
is yes, we are looking for where we've just launched here in Hervey Bay. We launched in Batinia last month, Hervey Bay this month. We're looking to launch in Noosa next month. So, but the next two on the cards is going to be the second one in Hervey Bay. So if anyone has connections, and also Glasshouse Mountains, Beerwah area is going to be the next one there on the Sunshine Coast.
I tell you what, I gave you a little snippet to put your BNI hat on, and look at you. You've taken off with it and ran to the hill. Right? I was going to say I'll send over your bill, but I'm not quite sure how. I'm
I
not sure.
did say, just wrap me up because I can go on.
No, we'll do a separate one for BNI. Like we got two. Well, that's two extra ones. Success story
All
and
right.
where's Leanne? So my next question is, what's next for your business? Now, I don't want you to talk about BNI.
Yeah. Or what's
What's
next for
next
my
in your
business?
business?
It's
Yes.
actually all in the progress, which is quite nerve-wracking, but I'm connecting with people and majority of them are within BNI to have more of short courses of an online, sort of an online, but very personalized online for them and things like that. And another area I really want to focus on is just, those when you just need a one-off coaching session. You got this major big decision in your life and you just need someone in that chaos. I want to be that person in that chaos.
Yeah, that is a great idea because
I love
I
that.
mean, a lot of us use business coaches and things like that, and they're monthly type things. But
Yeah.
sometimes you just need a difference of opinion or an opinion out to the left-hand side of you that you can just go, right, Leanne, I just need 2 hours of your time. Tell me what it's worth. I just need to pep
Yeah.
you with this
Absolute
to digest it.
brain
Come
dump.
back to me in a few days' time with some answers and do it. I reckon that's a great idea.
Yeah, a big brain dump, and it's just like it's that immediate, you just need that person to talk to, and you can just brain dump, and there it is. And you don't have to be on this big contract or plan or things like that.
Yeah. No, that's a great idea. Fantastic. All right. I ask everyone this question towards the end. What's the one core value that resonates with you?
Oh my goodness, they all do. But my biggest one, it would have to be giver's gain, because it gives you the contribution of giving. It takes care of itself, just doing that part of it. So the gain is just the icing on the cake, because it's the giving that is the contribution and the goal.
Yeah.
That's what life should be about, helping others.
Yeah. No, yeah. Perfect answer. Perfect answer. And that's it's everyone's go-to in BNI, it's
Yeah,
core value that everyone's go-to, but that's for good reason, right? Because it's such a
yeah,
powerful value, and it does underpin everything. Whether you're in BNI or you're walking down the street or you're opening a door for a lady shopping center, it doesn't matter. It's
yeah,
it's
100%.
what I mean, it's just a life principle, isn't
Yeah,
it?
100%.
Right. How can listeners get in touch with you and learn more about your business? Websites, socials, that sort of thing?
Yeah, website is Inspire Your Focus, and there's a free self-assessment on there as well. So feel free to jump on the website, take the free assessment, and you'll see sort of what is the first area that maybe you should focus on.
Yeah.
And then I think my phone number's everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah. And if not, Tuesday mornings at CBD.
Yeah,
Correct?
Tuesday
Maroochydore.
morning at the Seaball there in Maroochydore.
Best brekkie wraps on the coast, by the way.
Cafe Venice. Yeah.
I'm turning into this breakfast connoisseur around the coast of the morning. But anyway,
Nice.
all right, Leanne, it's fantastic.
Oh, thanks so much, Tony.
Thanks for your time. I know you're missing out on a glorious sunset there over Harvey Bay. So
Yeah.
we'll let you get organised.
Awesome. All right. Thanks so much, Tony. We'll catch you soon.
We'll catch you soon. Thanks for being on.